Coming up, we talk high school football, Jacksonville State football. We open up that mailbag. We'll do that coming up on Southern Sports Now. Welcome in on this Thursday edition of Southern Sports Now. Glad you're joining us. I'm Chase Robinson here on July the 27th, 2023, as we're winding down the month of July, getting ready for August, which means football season's right around the corner. We got a lot of that to talk about today. Spent the last couple of days at some media days. It's been yesterday at Jacksonville State for opening day of fall camp, and so we'll talk Jack State. We'll talk high school football coming up on the show. And typically we do the mailbag on Friday, but we're going to actually do that today as we'll be at Calhoun County Media Day, which we'll tell you more about in just a minute, coming up tomorrow. So we'll dive into the mailbag today here on the show. But as always, let's start with our countdowns to football season as we are 30 days away from college football. Yes, 30 days away from August the 26th. That is week 0 of the college football season. August 26th, Jacksonville State takes on UTEP. They are one of 10 games that day. That game will take place there at Burgess Snow Fields. You can check out the Gamecocks in 30 days to start the college football season. So that's exciting. High school football, we're 28 days away from August the 24th. We are under a month away. And August 24th, that Thursday night, will be the start of week 0 of the high school football season. Handful of games there on the Thursday night. And then, of course, a lot of games coming your way on Friday, August 25th, to get the season started. But we are 28 days away from the high school football season. And we were at Etowah County Media Day, Tuesday, Talladega County yesterday, and then tomorrow we'll be at the Anniston Country Club for Calhoun County Football Media Day. And there you see the schedule. Anniston's going to start things off for us around 10:15, and Piedmont will end things up around 2:50. But there you see the schedule. So there you see where your team is going to be, your favorite team. So come out to the Anniston Country Club. We talked with Danny Shears the other day with the Calhoun County Quarterback Club, and he said, let's get some fans out there to support their team. So take a close look there at the graphic and see where your team is going to be. All of the high school football teams in Calhoun County will be there, including Jacksonville Christian. There you see they play in the 8-man league. And they will even be there as well. And so all of the representatives, all the head coaches, and 2 players from each of those schools you see listed from Calhoun County, they will take part in the 5th annual Calhoun County Quarterback Club Media Day there at the Anniston Country Club. So again, come on out. Anniston gets things started at 10:15 tomorrow. Pleasant Valley, Weaver, Alexandria, White Plains, Oxford, Welborn, Waxahachie, Jacksonville, Donahoe, Jacksonville Christian, and Piedmont will be there in that order coming up tomorrow there at the Anniston Country Club. So come out and support your favorite teams there. We'll be there. And we're excited. Be on the lookout all day tomorrow on the East Alabama Now Facebook page and YouTube channel, as we'll be dropping interviews with all of the head coaches in Calhoun County. So you can be on the lookout there and watch at your convenience there as we talk with your favorite coach from your favorite high school as they outlook the 2023 high school football season. But there's no better opportunity, all the coaches in one place on the same day. So we're going to be talking with all of them tomorrow. So again, check out the East Alabama Now Facebook and YouTube channel. We'll be dropping those all throughout the day tomorrow. We'll be there at the Anniston Country Club, and you'll be able to hear from your favorite coach. Again, follow us on Facebook. Subscribe to us on YouTube so you'll be notified when we drop those videos there on our Facebook and YouTube. And go ahead and spread the word about East Alabama Now, about Southern Sports Now, and tell your friends about it, and be on the lookout tomorrow for our coverage all day long from the Anniston Country Club for Calhoun County Football Media Day. Excited. I know a lot of you are excited about high school football as well. We'll have you covered all day tomorrow and all season long here on Southern Sports Now and East Alabama Now. We'll jump to a break. We'll dive into that mailbag coming up next. Stick around. We got more Southern Sports Now in a moment.
Here at Ted's, we are excited to now be offering custom-made cabinets. With that in mind, we're changing our name to Ted's Floors and Beyond. The Beyond is going to encompass everything that we offer in addition to all of your flooring needs.
We've partnered with Welber Cabinet Company, who makes the highest quality cabinets in the industry.
So when you're ready for a complete kitchen or bathroom remodel, shop Ted's.
EAN Sports is proud to bring you the best, most informative local sports content, and we want your help to be able to do that. If you have a story idea, a tip for our sportscast, or even a highlight clip you want to see on EAN Local Sports, send us an email, eansports23@gmail.com. You can follow us on Twitter @EAN_sports, or you can send it to the EAN News Facebook page. EAN Sports, bringing you the local sports happening in your community.
For metal buildings in Alabama and the Southeast, Waldrop Manufacturing is your one-stop source. A Waldrop metal building provides the coverage and protection your investments need. They specialize in carports, RV covers, portable buildings, and storage buildings. Stop paying rent for storage. With Waldrop's price per foot, you can actually save money by buying straight from the manufacturer. Waldrop buildings are guaranteed because Waldrop manufactures buildings with U.S. steel right here in Calhoun County. Waldrop Manufacturing, serving the entire Southeast. Give them a call today.
If you see some interesting weather phenomenon in your backyard here in East Alabama, send that to us. We would love to hear from you. Send that to us at the email address you see on your screen or through Facebook at EAN News.
We are back here on Southern Sports Now, on the East Alabama Now YouTube channel, Facebook page. Share it with your friends. Drop a comment. Let us know you're checking it out today. I would love to hear from you there on Facebook and YouTube. Hope your Thursday's going great. And typically we do the mailbag on Fridays, but because of Calhoun County Media Day tomorrow, we're doing the mailbag today. But let's remind you how you can get those questions in all throughout the week. Here for our Southern Sports Now mailbag. You can email us, eansports23@gmail.com. Send us a message on Facebook, there on the East Alabama Now Facebook page. You can message us on Twitter at EAN_sports. But those are the best ways to drop those questions, or you can just drop it on the video, and we will get those in our mailbag. But we got a couple of questions to get to today out of our mailbag. And a couple of first one's a college football question. It says, what top 25 team will have the biggest drop-off from last season? I was looking through the Pro Football Focus. Their top 25 is out. And, I think a lot of the teams on there, they're in good spots, but I do see they've got Florida number 20. And I don't know if they're a top 20 team. I know to say they are going to have a drop-off, I don't know if that's fair to Florida because I think they're going to be average again this year. But I think they've got them at 20. I think 20 is pretty high for the Gators. I think they're going to be average just like they were a year ago. I think it's going to be a little bit of a slow start, get Graham Mertz in there and working well with the team. Maybe as they move through the season, they could be a top 25 team. But just from the outside looking at it, I think Florida's, according to Pro Football Focus, ranked a little high as they're just projected at like 5.5 wins or something in Billy Napier's second season as the head coach. I don't think they're deserving of a top 25, especially a top 20 ranking as they have right now. And so that would be my answer. I don't think they're a top 25 team. I think they're not going to be a top 25 team this year. They may surprise us. I just don't think there's that many weapons around Graham Mertz that they're going to help them win a lot of games. Now, they're recruiting really well, Billy Napier is, so I think in the future, Florida football could be back, but I don't think it's going to be this year. I think they're a little high there in the top 25 rankings. But, that's we'll see here in a few weeks. But the Florida Gators would be my answer. Question number 2, and we're going to spend a little time on this because it's a question, we've talked a little bit about it, but I've actually heard it a lot this week as well. Will NIL end up coming into high school sports in Alabama? Really good question. And I actually, being at the high school media days the last couple of days, I actually heard this question asked to several coaches. And, I feel like every coach, as you can imagine, thinks it's a very bad idea to bring NIL into high school sports. We're seeing this in various places across the country. Various states are adopting NIL into extracurricular activities. But when you see NIL, you automatically think of, sports and collectives and all that kind of stuff that you see in college. The states that actually are adopting NIL for high school students, it's not the way we see it in college. It's kind of what it's supposed to be in college, whether it's, the old tire store or, restaurant or whatever is giving some money to a player for, posts on social media or things like that. So it's not blown out of proportion yet in these states like it is in college. But a lot of states are going to it. Georgia's talking about it. I think Tennessee's talking about it. None of the surrounding states of Alabama are doing NIL for high school yet. And I hope it stays that way. I don't want to see it in high school sports. Coaches don't want to see it in high school sports. And it was even asked of a few players this week at the various media days that I was at. And even they were like, it's they're not worried about that, and they, a lot of them, have jobs, whatever, make money. But I don't think that even the players really want to see this come into high school sports. And so I hope it stays out of high school sports here in the state of Alabama. And I listened to an interview with Alvin Briggs, the executive director of the Alabama High School Athletic Association last week, and he was saying that there is not a inkling of desire for the AHSAA to have NIL in high school sports. And so when you have people at the very top of the totem pole there saying, we don't want it, I imagine that it's not going to be here anytime soon. I know the landscape of sports is changing, but I do think that that we will not see this in the state of Alabama anytime soon. Really, I don't think we'll see it in surrounding states, even though they're kind of discussing it. I don't think we'll see it because I think if one state does it, they'll want their surrounding states to do it as well, so they won't lose people to other states, and so they're kind of work together, I think, on that. So I like football, basketball, baseball, softball, volleyball, whatever the sport is. I like it just the way it is, and I don't want to see things like that change with something like NIL coming into high school sports. We already pretty much see the transfer portal in high school sports. You don't like a coach, you don't like a school, well, you just pack up and move across the state and go somewhere else. That's just how it's become in high school sports, unfortunately now. You'll have a guy, go across town and start for another team, and his family pack up and move to another city so their kid can play football. That's just how it's become. So it's hard to keep up with who's where now in high school sports, which is really sad to me. But we're already seeing that, so I know things are changing. But I think the NIL aspect of it will stay out of high school sports in this area for a while. Hopefully that will be the case. But great questions. Thanks so much for submitting questions to our Southern Sports Now mailbag. We do this every Friday, except for this week. It's Thursday. So there you see. Send us questions. Go ahead and start sending them in now for next week. EANsports23@gmail.com. Send us a message on Facebook, on Twitter, and we will open up the mailbag again next Friday here on Southern Sports Now. So appreciate the questions, and those of you who take part in this every week. We'll jump to a break. We got some high school and college football to discuss on the other side. Stick around.
Here at Ted's, we are excited to now be offering custom-made cabinets. With that in mind, we're changing our name to Ted's Floors and Beyond. The Beyond is going to encompass everything that we offer in addition to all of your flooring needs.
We've partnered with Welber Cabinet Company, who makes the highest quality cabinets in the industry.
So when you're ready for a complete kitchen or bathroom remodel, shop Ted's.
Since 1993, WM Grocery has been a major part of our local community. WM offers the very best in fresh produce and an outstanding meat department. WM also has many local products not found anywhere else and fresh sushi every day. If you need an event catered, come see Mrs. K at any WM store. Curbside pickup is also available for your online grocery orders. Be sure to download the WM app for all the deals of the week and shopper rewards. Go check them out today at any of their locations.
We take pride in our community and appreciate your business.
For metal buildings in Alabama and the Southeast, Waldrop Manufacturing is your one-stop source. A Waldrop metal building provides the coverage and protection your investments need. They specialize in carports, RV covers, portable buildings, and storage buildings. Stop paying rent for storage. With Waldrop's price per foot, you can actually save money by buying straight from the manufacturer. Waldrop buildings are guaranteed because Waldrop manufactures buildings with U.S. Steel right here in Calhoun County. Waldrop Manufacturing, serving the entire Southeast. Give them a call today.
Ted's Floors and Beyond brings you Southern Sports Now. Ted's is your headquarters for all of your flooring, of course. They've got hardwood, laminate, carpet, tile, luxury vinyl, whatever you need. They've got it. They will get the job done for you. And they've got their partnership with Welborn Cabinet now to offer a complete kitchen or bath makeover. Cabinets, countertops, flooring, backsplashes, tile showers. They've got it all there for you at Ted's Floors and Beyond. And some really cool stuff that Ted's is beginning to do as part of that and beyond part. We'll be telling you more about soon. But go by and see Ted's Floors and Beyond. They're on Highway 431 in Anniston right before you get to Sachs Elementary School. And visit them online, shopteds.com. That is shopteds.com. Ted's Floors and Beyond brings you Southern Sports Now. Well, football season is, I'm telling you, it's getting closer by the minute. And Jacksonville State started fall camp yesterday. I mean, it's that soon. With Jacksonville State having a week 0 game, they had the opportunity to start fall camp yesterday. I was there. Great time. It was hot out there at Jacksonville State. But the big thing for the Gamecocks this year, Zion Webb coming back this year. But they got a new quarterback out of the transfer portal in Logan Smothers. You may have heard of that name if you keep up with high school football in Alabama, from Muscle Shoals High School. And he has been with Nebraska, quarterback there for the Cornhusker. Last season, he was 10 of 19 passing, 96 yards, and rushed 12 times for 28 yards. Played in 4 games last year for Nebraska, but had a chance to talk with Coach Richrod yesterday after practice about kind of what he's seen since recruiting Logan Smothers and kind of how he's kept up with him since he first saw him in high school.
You know, he's still coming back from the labrum shoulder, and so his arm is not at full strength, but he's a really sharp guy, competitive, and the progress he's made just in a month here has been really good. And like I said, with him and Tayshawn and Zion, we're gonna have 3 guys I think we can play in the game. I remember him from high school. I was at Ole Miss and remember when he was coming out of high school and followed him a little bit when he's at Nebraska. You know, he's intelligent. He's a competitor. He can run and throw, and so I think his best football is going to be out. He's, like I said, he's a fast learner too. He kind of gets it.
You know, Smothers was actually really high on Ole Miss. When Rich Rod was the offensive coordinator of the Ole Miss Rebels, he recruited him very hard. Everyone thought Smothers was going to go to Ole Miss, and then at the very end, he committed to Nebraska and ended up going to the Cornhuskers. So Rich Rod stayed after him, and when he hit that portal, he was able to bring him down to Jacksonville State. I think he's going to be a great addition to the Gamecocks, but that brings up the question, who's going to be the starting quarterback for Jack State? 9 quarterbacks on the roster for Jacksonville State. I think it'll come down to 3 of them. Now that includes the walk-ons, the non-scholarship guys, but 9 total. That's a lot. I know Rich Rod likes quarterbacks, but 9's a lot. But I think 3 guys will battle for that starting job. Zion Webb, of course, that we've talked about. I think he's got the upper hand, having played before. You got Logan Smothers now coming in from Nebraska. He's played big-time football. You heard Coach say, though, he's got that torn labrum. He's had the surgery. He's still kind of getting back from that. So it may be a couple of games into the season before we really see him. We don't really know his progression. Saw him yesterday in practice just a little bit. But then Tayshawn Smoot is a really good quarterback. He'll be a redshirt freshman this year. We saw him a few times last year. They ended up redshirting him towards the middle of last season, so we could see him more. But the way Rich Rod runs the system and the way practice goes, you can see all these guys be able to practice. And as we get more into fall camp, because they go so quick, they're able to get a lot of reps. So all these quarterbacks are going to be able to get a lot of reps. And so it'll be interesting to follow this, who ends up being the starter, who ends up being, second string, third string, and so on there. But it's going to be interesting to follow and see how Jacksonville State handles this quarterback situation. But Logan Smothers, I like him, just watching some tape of him. He's really sharp, but Zion Webb also good as well. So that's going to be interesting to follow there. Moving over to some high school football and the Munford Lions, and they're looking to replace a key guy. If you follow high school football in this area, you've heard the name Sylvester Smith. He played at Munford the last few years for Coach Michael Easley. And, it's not often we get an SEC guy here in East Alabama, but he was one and played like it. Committed to Tennessee and committed to be a Vault, has ended up actually on the roster at Auburn. So he was Hugh Freeze was able to say, hey, come on back into the state of Alabama and come play for Auburn. So he is actually at Auburn now and is a 4-star out of Munford, and he's going to be really fun to watch. He played quarterback, of course, there at Munford, rushed for 1,735 yards and 24 touchdowns. He averaged 10.2 yards per carry. Also completed 47 of 93 passes for 606 yards and 7 touchdowns. He did it all for Munford. He was a quarterback. I mean, you heard those running numbers. He was pretty much the running back. He was a defensive back and a return man for the Munford Lions. And so he did a little bit of everything. And Coach Michael Easley yesterday at Talladega County Media Day talked to us a little bit about, like, what in the world is he going to do to replace a guy on the Lions like Sylvester Smith?
That's the ongoing battle at the quarterback position. We've got 3 different guys you'll probably see at some point in there, and we'll work that over the next 4 weeks in fall camp. On the defensive side of the ball, A.J. Denson, he's going to be a junior. He's going to kind of step in at safety for us, and he's played DB for us the last couple of years, and he's played some corner and some safety, but he's had a really good offseason. So we're obviously we're not going to ask him to do everything that Sylvester did. Sylvester was an SEC athlete, so we were able to gamble with him some and do some things that we wouldn't ask other players to do. But AJ's had a good off season and a really good summer.
Coach is right there. You can't ask one guy to replace a guy like Sylvester Smith, an SEC guy, and so he's having to lean on some other guys to step up and take the role of what Sylvester was. But it's a big loss for Munford, but I think the Munford Lions are going to be in good shape this year. Just listening to Coach Easley yesterday there at the podium at Talladega County Football Media Day. But Sylvester Smith definitely will be missed there for the Munford Lions. But it's going to be fun to watch him in college and see how he does there on the Plains in Auburn. But he will be missed by the Munford Lions and all he did. He was a remarkable player, but you can't replace a guy like that, and he is you're irreplaceable. When you have an SEC guy, an SEC talent like that on your team, it takes a whole bunch of guys to step up and replace a guy like him. So we'll be keeping an eye on the Munford Lions this year as Michael Easley goes into, I believe, year number 5 there as the head coach. We'll jump to a break, talk a little Braves baseball on the other side. Stick around, more Southern Sports Now in a moment.
Here at Ted's, we are excited to now be offering custom-made cabinets. With that in mind, we're changing our name to Ted's Floors and Beyond. The Beyond is going to encompass everything that we offer in addition to all of your flooring needs.
We've partnered with Welber Cabinet Company, who makes the highest quality cabinets in the industry.
So when you're ready for a complete kitchen or bathroom remodel, shop Ted's.
Since 1993, WM Grocery has been a major part of our local community. WM offers the very best in fresh produce and an outstanding meat department. WM also has many local products not found anywhere else and fresh sushi every day. If you need an event catered, come see Mrs. K at any WM store. Curbside pickup is also available for your online grocery orders. Be sure to download the WM app for all the deals of the week and shopper rewards. Go check them out today at any of their locations.
We take pride in our community and appreciate your business.
Hi, I'm Dr. Brodney Sneed from both CARES and Direct Primary Care. Direct Primary Care is an exciting new model of medical care growing on both the East and West Coast. It's been recommended by Forbes and the American Academy of Family Physicians and others for individuals or small businesses with or without health insurance. The pure simplicity of a membership model streamlines the burden of medical care. It eliminates 60% of the overhead. That streamlining allows providers time to focus on patients with free, no copay, no deductible, unhurried office visits or telehealth visits with minimal waiting room time. It produces same or next day appointments and access by text or telephone during and after hours. It saves you from leaving work, wasting time and getting exposed in a waiting room. And the convenience and cost with barriers removed helps one avoid letting problems like a sore throat turn into an expensive ER or hospital visit for pneumonia. If you're interested, search the web for CARES Direct Primary Care.
Southern Sports Now continues. Glad you're joining us. Chase Robinson here on this Thursday. Just a reminder, join us tomorrow. We'll have coverage all day long on the East Alabama Now Facebook page and YouTube channel from Calhoun County Football Media Day. So be ready to join us. There you see. Go ahead and look and see where your favorite team is and come out and support your team there at the Anniston Country Club for Calhoun County Quarterback Club's 5th Annual High School Football Media Day. Anniston's going to start things off. There you see the list of schools. Piedmont will finish things up for the day, but it's going to be a fantastic day there at the Calhoun County Quarterback Club High School Football Media Day at the Anniston Country Club. They do it top notch. Looking forward to being there tomorrow and bringing you coverage all day long there from the Country Club for Calhoun County Football Media Day. Going to talk a little Braves before we get on out of here. Tough night last night. Tough last 2 nights there in Boston as the Braves swept by the Red Sox. Spencer Strider on the mound. Couldn't quite get it done last night for the Braves. They have lost 7 of the last 10 games there. But just in case you're wondering, the Braves are still in excellent position. I mean, this is, again, we say this all the time. Even though they've lost 7 of the last 10, that doesn't take away. They're one of the best teams in baseball. They've got a huge lead in the NL East, barring a just monumental comeback by the Marlins or a fall by the Braves. The Braves are going to win the NL East for the 6th straight year. I think they are. I think they're good to go. I really do. It's baseball is a game of confidence, and I think if they're able to get another Brewer Series win this weekend, I think that'll give them a little confidence. We'll see if they make any more moves before the trade deadline, get a bat or two in there in the organization. But I think the Braves are still in a great spot, and they are. When you look at the numbers, they are in a great spot. And so it should be interesting to see and follow. But I like where the Braves are at right now, even with the sweep in Boston and just a 2-game sweep. But I got the Brewers coming up next. We saw them beat them last weekend, so I like the Braves' chances of getting another series win over Milwaukee. It'll actually be in Atlanta coming up this weekend. So they got today off. They'll be back in action starting tomorrow there in Atlanta. But again, we'll be talking football coming up tomorrow at the Calhoun County Football Media Day. That's all the time we have for you today. Stay close, share it with your friends, spread the word about Southern Sports Now and East Alabama Now, and tune in tomorrow on Facebook and YouTube for Calhoun County Football Media Day. Coaches interviews all day long with your favorite coaches from your favorite schools, so be sure to tune in and share those videos tomorrow and with your fellow fans, and we'll get you ready for high school football season. Hope you have a great rest of your Thursday. We'll see you tomorrow.